How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
I don't know, at least twice a day.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Twice a day? In what context?
I just feel bad for the way that my people's civilization had crumbled.
Oh. What?
And I'm my part to make sure that it doesn't happen again. You asked, I'm answering.
Okay.
Brave warriors! I have won great renown through leading men to victory. I see no reason to change the habits of a lifetime today. So be not backwards in your attacks. Carry the fight to the enemy. Give him not a moment's rest. Scream your defiance in his face. Stab him, kick him, bite him, cut out his liver, and...
So why do men think about the Roman Empire? I'm way behind this trend, but we're going to cover it now. I've seen a few videos about this already, but this is going to be the best take, so stick around. With a lot of these videos on TikTok being so short, we're unable to really draw a proper conclusion from them. But I think this one here captures the essence of what we're going to discuss now. So this, like many of the other videos about this topic, they all have the same themes. The man admits he thinks about the Roman Empire once a week, once a day, once a month. The woman is then confused to this revelation. The man tries to elaborate on the spot, and the confusion just intensifies. Now it's probably surprising to a lot of these women, because the men in question, they may not necessarily be history buffs. However, this trend shows, at a deep core level, this topic resonates with men. And we need to understand why. Now let's just sort of get over the basic stuff that everyone will talk about when they think about the Roman Empire. But this is just surface level stuff. This does not get to the root of it.
Alright, but apart from the sanitation dimension, education, wine, public order, irrigation, roads, a fresh water system and public health, what have the Romans ever done for us? Brought peace. Oh, peace! Shut up!
They all have a deep feeling towards this, and for a lot of them it's difficult to really express why they do this. Now personally, I've had a deep fascination with the topic ever since I've been about 9 years old. I'm by no means an expert, but I have read quite a few books, and I just like to engross myself in all things ancient Rome. And if we just look behind us here, I've got Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, got one of the Landmark series, I've got some volumes of Edward Gibbon's The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, Caesar by Adrian Goldsworthy, and a couple of Tom Holland books as well, of course. And even here, just above my desk, we have the Roman Empire map at its peak. Now for me initially, it was watching that TV show Time Commanders on BBC.
Italy, 71 BC. The gladiator Spartacus has escaped from slavery, built a huge rebel following, and forged a formidable army. The slave rebels have ravaged Italy for 2 years, destroying every Roman army sent to break them. Now Rome has summoned all its might to crush the slave rebellion. The two forces meet in the foothills of the Apennine Mountains. Commanding one of the armies is a team of 4 from Bristol. Die!
So this is where you have 4 people who don't seem to like one another, trying to armchair general their way through famous battles in history. It's usually in the early Roman era, as the simulation was based on the first Rome Total War game. Sometimes they do well, and other times they don't.
Attic, short of using a cruise missile, could they have done any better?
They lost. The slave rebellion is over. You guys killed enough of your own guys with your not very good plan that you stuck to. Yeah, that was great. Top marks for sticking to your plan. Top marks for getting all your friends killed. Because at the end of the day, you guys have not got enough left to fight the next Roman army.
Now I bet if she thought about the Roman Empire at least once a week, she wouldn't be in this mess. But anyways, let's go over the main reasons why thinking about the Roman Empire is even a phenomenon. And let's make it simple, so those who don't think about it at all will really understand why. Now before we discuss the main reasons, we need to preface this to highlight the importance of symbols. Now Rome to many during its life as an empire was not seen as just a city, it was a symbol of the heart of the empire. It was the centre of which everything revolved around, and the emperor himself was at the core of the centre. Symbols are more than just dead icons, they're living signs. For Carl Jung, symbols are expressions of the unconscious mind and serve as bridges between the conscious and unconscious realms. They help individuals connect with the collective unconscious, providing insight into deep-seated emotions, desires and spiritual needs. Jung believed that symbols are not merely signs, but transformative images that guide personal growth and self-realization. Is the Roman Empire a symbol that resonates with the collective unconscious of men? Ancient Rome symbolizes many masculine traits. It is these masculine traits that unites men unconsciously to look at the Roman Empire as an ideal, at least in this modern era, to look upon with respect. Rome is a symbol of glory, triumph, strength and authority. It was a traditional ideal of the world expressing what we call solar symbolism. It is this solar symbolism that aligns with the traditional view of the sun as representing a masculine principle, and this is the foundational idea that unites the collective unconscious. So the sun can symbolize unwavering strength and a stable, guiding authority, and this too ties to the masculine ideal. Masculine virtues embody strength, not merely in physical terms, but as an unwavering spiritual force that endures in the face of challenges and transcends lower instincts. Human life should be an active path of continuous struggle against these lower aspects of human nature, these being materialism, lust, greed, pleasure, and status. The masculine solar principle is also hierarchical, advocating a structured top-down order, and this order is rooted in the idea of a spiritual or metaphysical leader, or a king, who governs by the virtue of his inner superiority to everyone else. This is akin to an ancient view of the sun's central position in the cosmos. Now this is important. This is why we look at some key characters in the Roman era like Caesar, Sulla, Augustus, Trajan, Scipio Africanus, Constantine. These people don't even seem like real people. In many ways they aren't, because they're larger than life. Their actions shape nations, people and whole continents, and their legacy is still felt to this day. Now let's tie this back to today. Because for many men, there is a certain longing for someone to break the current mold and lead us to a new destiny. One that has meaning and focus, free from the weakness that is holding us back. The Roman Empire is not unique in this form, but the reason why it resonates with men so clearly, because it is itself an extremely clear example that we're all familiar with, and it is this familiarity that allows it to transcend in men's collective unconscious in many ways today. If you are a man, you might know some of this in detail, but you might not know any of it at all. But what we all know collectively is that in our hearts, ideas, ideals that are bigger than ourselves will creep into our subconscious. This shows that ideas are energy, which can never be destroyed. They only change, dissipate, reform, and come back around again, and the power of symbols remain part of our collective unconscious. The idea of a pure, great and golden vision of the world which did exist, can exist again, not literally, but in a new form in the future. Now look today, look how many people are sick of being ruled by the bugmen. These people have nothing to offer us, and at the very least they hate us and hold us in complete and utter contempt. There's no greater ideal, vision or goal now, it's just soulless geopolitics, profit and loss, consumerism and global nihilism. And this comes back around to an uncomfortable reality when it comes to the Roman Empire. It is a reminder that all great civilizations will end. Every civilization that's ever existed has ceased to exist at some point, and we would be foolish to think that ours would be any different. If a civilization so beautiful, traditional and strong could fall, it really does show that we ourselves are on borrowed time. So when our own civilization falls, slowly or dramatically, the idea of the Golden Empire will live on in the unconscious of men forever.